Shalom, call halal Yahweh Shem Yahushai, Bahashim Akakwadash, double honors to the elder apostles and elder bishops of the GMS, even the elders that came before them that taught us truth. Shalom and salutations to all the brothers out pushing the word in truth and in sincerity, the hopeful elect tabernacle of David, the 144,001 third, the hopeful elect of Israel. The brother Yashawan, shalom and salutations to you all. It's just a quick admonition. You need to hear these things, all right? You have instructions. What are your instructions? Your instructions are not to run out to the battlefield, right, and try to fight anyone. Rather, your battle is a different battle. So we'll get into that. Touch on these guys, IUIC, real quick. See, this is about war. Everybody's going to war, right? IUIC is going out in the street. They've been marching out there in the Save March out, preparing, and then they went out there, first battle, got that ass whooped, right? You're fighting the wrong enemy. You're in the wrong battle. Okay? You let them fight that fight, that physical fight. Okay? Let's see. Let's do this. What do they call it? Chaste. Chaste rep. 2 words. IUIC chaste. Irish travelers. Did I get that right? IUI. Let's try that. Chaste. Chaste road. 1 day, 6 days, 3 years, been getting chased. Gods do not chase women. 5 days, false prophets. Woo. IUIC chased out of town. Who is that? North Shore Prophet. Look at that. A year, 22 hours. What's that? IUIC. Anyway, re-upload. Let me look into this real quick. Salakia. Is it more of the same?
These frigates could coordinate with Iran's navy to create a multi-axis threat, complicating US and Israeli planning. This naval posture mirrors Russia's actions during the 1973 Yom Kippur War, when Soviet warships shadowed US carriers to deter intervention, a historical precedent that underscores Moscow's willingness to use its fleet.
Okay. I'll let that go. My bad. All right. So, yeah, it's not your fight, is the point. Let me see. I want them on the battlefield. Let's see. Are they out there? Here we go. So this is IUIC on the battlefield, okay? And I do this, okay, because this is not your battle, all right? What is your battle? This is not your battle, right? Apparently this is their battle, okay? Let me try to do something here. Let's see, spiritual. Let's see. Spiritual war. Let's see. Spiritual warfare. Spiritual warfare. Look at that. Topical. Spiritual war or spiritual warfare. Okay, so nature of the battle. See, look at this. The battle is described as not being against flesh and blood, but against the rulers against the authority. Who is that? Who are the rulers in the world? Donald Trump is a ruler. This guy, Elon Musk, is some sort of authority, is he not? Right? Against the powers of this world's darkness and against the spiritual forces of evil in the heavenly realm. That's the demons, the spiritual demon, Satan and his boys. This indicates that the struggle is not against human adversaries, but against spiritual entities that seek to undermine God's kingdom. Actually, it's both. Okay. It's these spiritual entities, right, that inhabit who? Well, knuckle dragging. See, it's easier to jump in a low frequency being than it is to jump in a high frequency or to inhabit, right? As in what they call demonic possession, things of that sort, which is real. Okay, that's what this is talking about. All right. Anyway, yeah, this is good. Role of the believers are called to be vigilant in prayer for recognizing that their strength comes from the Lord. Woo! Right? Submit yourselves then to the Most High, resist the devil, and he will flee. So all of this stuff, weapons are spiritual. The weapons of spiritual warfare are not carnal. See? So, right? Going back to what? Those things show, right, that these guys are going off. You understand? Why are you going there? Well, this is not your battle. What is your battle? These guys are doing what? These are fools. Why? Because that's not your, here, let's get instruction. Let's get instruction. What are your instructions? Go to the battlefield. No, it's not your battlefield. Right? Proverbs. You got to do this, right? Here's your warning. Warn them from me. Here's the warning. You're tripping. Proverbs 1 and 7. The fear of the Most High, Yahweh Hashem Yahushua, is the beginning of knowledge, but fools. There you are, Nate. Here you guys are. You're a bunch of damn fools. That's not your battle. Who told you that's your battle? You don't know the scriptures. That's what that is. You don't know the scriptures. Proverbs 1 and 7. But fools, what? Despise wisdom and what? Look at that all important word. What are your instructions? All right. Tarry ye in Jerusalem. Tarry ye in Jerusalem until you get this power. Okay. We're in the book of Acts right now. What are your instructions? Okay. What is your battle? Is this your battle? It's not your battle. Thy battle. Your battle. Is this your battle? Not thy battle. This is thy battle. Okay? Let's go back to instruction. This is what's most important. Proverbs 1 and 7. The fear of the Lord is the beginning of knowledge. But fools, IUIC, despise what? Wisdom and instruction. What are your instructions? Let's get your instructions. 2 Ezra 16 and 40. During Jacob's trouble, during the hour of temptation. Now, how do we know that this is during the hour of temptation? Well, because we talk about buying and selling. Don't do it. Don't do it. What are you supposed to be doing during this time? What are you supposed to be doing during this? Well, here come the plagues, right? They're not slack. Now, here are your instructions. Let's seal your instructions, your battle, what is your battle? It's not a carnal one. Okay? 2 Ezra 16 and 40. Oh, my people, hear my word. Here's your instruction. Who are, oh, my people? The elect. Hear my word. Only the elect can hear or understand what I'm saying. Don't go out in the street, idiot. Make you ready to, what does it mean to make you ready? To your battle. Your battle is not in the street with niggas. Unless it is, unless you're 2/3, of course. Your battle, my nigga, okay, ends like this. All right. Your armor, right? Here's your battle. This is your battle. Thy battle. Okay. You got to get some understanding here. Nate and them, you got the wrong goal. You trying to set up what's left of Esau's world for your spot in it. You're not, this is the goal right here. This is as far as you can go. Right here, when you're on your way, that's as far as you can, that's the destination. Let's read it. Oh, my people, these are your instructions, and don't be a fool and despise them. Oh, my people, hear my word, make you ready to your battle. And in those evils, this is your battle right here. Here's your battlefield right here. See? Walking away from the fighting. Walking away from the fighting. The fighting is that way. Get my cursor to point. You walk away with like this. Put the sword down. Put the knife down, Peter. Put the dagger down. And walk that way to the hot LZ where, where you get that new body. What the hell? You don't understand what your instruction is? Proverbs 1 and 7, the fear of the Lord is the beginning of knowledge, but fools despise wisdom and instruction. What is your instruction? You got to make it here. How do you make it? Let's get this in the scriptures. Let's get this part right here. See, guess what? They got spies. When we're right here, some of these niggas ain't going to make it. Some of these interlopers. Oh, we just followed them because some of your enemies, right? Let's get this. Enemy's got to be right there because it says so. Enemy got to be around because it says so. This moment is right here. Revelation 11. Okay. Let's get the KJV here. There, the great second Revelation 11 and 12. And they heard a great voice from heaven saying unto them, come up hither. Right? That has to be right here. Nobody's getting beamed up yet. They're hearing the voice right there. Now they're about to do what? This. And they ascended up to heaven in the cloud. Now, who else is there? Their enemies. Got to be able to see them. Now, do they have cameras set up? in the hot LZ? Maybe. Somehow our enemies are going to see this as we're going up, right? Watch. We could even get what they're going to say. It says, Revelation 11 and 12, and they heard a great voice from heaven saying unto them, come up hither. And they ascended up to heaven in a cloud, and their enemies beheld them. And what did their enemies say as they beheld them? Right? Because right here it goes into the missile. And then the missiles hit. And then it hit. Rudolph. Anyway, what did they say? It says, And they heard a great voice from heaven saying unto them, come up here. They ascended up to heaven in a cloud. And their enemies beheld. Well, what was on their enemies' mind as they were ascending up to heaven in a cloud? Well, let's find out. Here's what was on their mind. And here's what they were thinking. To be specific. The wisdom of Solomon 5:1. When they see it, they shall be troubled with terrible fear. When they see what? When they see the righteous men stand in great boldness before the face of, when they see us out there on the street corner, shaking their hand and talking loud, okay? When they see it, they shall be troubled with terrible fear. And, so this, when they see it, goes to standing in great boldness. And, as well as that, they're going to be amazed at what? The strangeness of his salvation. That goes back to this. When they see it, not when they see that, when they see us stand up, but this, our enemies are going to behold this, right? And they're going to be amazed. Wow, how strange is that? How strange. Those niggers just went up into a UFO, were abducted, and they were cool with it. Them niggers wanted to be abducted. How strange is that? Right? They shall be amazed at the strangeness of itself, so far beyond all that they look for. Now, here's what they're going to be saying in their mind. And they, repenting and groaning for anguish of spirit, shall say within themselves, what does that mean? This is what they're thinking. When they saw that shit, they were fucking amazed. It was breathtaking. They were like, oh my God. And here's what they said in their mind. And they, repenting and groaning for anguish of spirit, shall say within themselves, this was he whom we had sometimes in derision and a proverb of reproach. We fools accounted his life madness and his end to be without honor. How is he numbered among the children of God and his lot among the saints? Therefore, we fucked up. Therefore, we have fucked up and erred from the way of truth. Salakia. Therefore, we have erred from the way of truth, and the light of righteousness hath not shined unto us, and the sun of righteousness rose not upon. Then they go into the lament of our actions now. Oh shit, we're going to have to pay. We done fucked up. That's what they're going to say. Let's go back here. That's what they're saying right here. And their enemies beheld them, and what were they thinking? Oh shit. These niggas are, here come these missiles, right? Here come these damn missiles, and them niggas, oh shit, we're fucked. Yeah. Oh, here come the missiles, and the niggas, oh, we're fucked. It's Revelation 11 and 13. In the same hour was there a great earthquake, and the 10th part of the city fell. And in the earthquake were slain have been 7,000, and the remnant were afraid and gave glory to the power of heaven. So this saga hasn't ended, right? The enemies beheld them. They saw the missiles coming. Boom. This is the missiles hitting that great earthquake. The 10th part of the city is talking about Babylon the Great. Okay. And in the earthquake were slain of men 7,000 is talking about everybody that didn't ascend up to heaven in a cloud. Everybody in Babylon the Great that didn't ascend up to heaven in a cloud were slain. Those that did ascend up to heaven in a cloud were afraid. They were scared as hell and were praying and saying, Call halal Yahweh Shabbat Shem Kakadash Barakatah, over and over and over and over with whatever air was left in their lungs. So that's what this is. All right. So the message, right? The warning. What's the warning? The warning is the warning y'all. Do not wind up on the wrong battlefield. This is not your battlefield. Okay? This is your battlefield. Okay, let's get that real quick. What does it mean to be a pilgrim? Let's get pilgrim. You're on a religious journey. Pilgrim death. You're on a religious journey. Person who journeys to a sacred place for religious reasons. Travel or wander. Travel. If I type in hobo or vagabond, right? Hobo, H-O-B-O, right? And let's look at the image with that knapsack. Okay, where's the knapsack? Hobo, vagrant versus hobo. See the knapsack? Get ready, the knapsack. Hobo, the knapsack. This right here, with the stick and the thing tied on it. That's the hobo. Okay? Not vagrant. What was I gonna put? Hobo. That's good enough. All right. This is don't worry about the word. Worry about this, okay? With the pack on your back. So what does it look like today? Where'd it go? Looks like this. Look at Jake, okay? Pilgrim. What is pilgrim? That's a pilgrim right there. Traveler, right? Vagrant. What is a vagrant? Help wanted. That's good enough, right? That's good enough. That's where you're going. And this is what it looks like. So this should be in your mind, right? Because once you're on your way up here and you make it onto that chariot, you have succeeded. You have endured until the end. This is what it means to endure. You're on your way up, you're like this shit falls down, you're like this. I have endured until the end. Completed your run. Unless you die before that, you still complete your run at that. Okay? What was I getting? Oh, endure. Yeah. We'll end on that. So lock it for running too long. 11, 13. Matthew 11 and 13. But he that shall endure till the end, the same shall be saved. This is what it looks like. You done endured until the end. You made it. And now you're on your way up. See, so this should be in your mind. This is your battle. Here's your battlefield. You're fighting a spiritual battle. Okay, so don't be a damn fool. Right? Here's your warning. Ezekiel 3 and 17. The warning from the Most High. This should be in your head. Okay? No chips and the Thawah, the name of the Most High and His Son, and this 100% truth. So with that, we hope that the elector edify you, brother, sister Shalom.